originally the son of a distinguished patrician family. His uncle was a famous Roman reform leader and a general who had acquired many political enemies in his lifetime. Caesar was ambitious to succeed in a political career. He decided to enhance his opportunities for success by traveling to the islands of Rhodes, where he intended to improve his public speaking skills by studying with a famous Greek speech teacher. Pirates and other gangs of outlaws were a feared menace throughout the region in his time. Caesar was kidnapped on the trip by a large gang of pirates who often captured wealthy or important people and held them to ransom.
Well, what have we here? This young Roman smells of money. Seamen, every hair is in place, and he smells of the scents and perfumes of the Roman baths.
I am a citizen of Rome. I am protected by the power and majesty of the most powerful republic on earth. I insist that you release me at once and transport me to the closest city.
Would you listen to him? I knew I was right. I can smell treasure in a man. I can tell by your expensive toga and cloak that you are a favored son of Rome. Your family or the Roman government will pay well for your return. In the meantime, you may stay with us and enjoy the small comforts of our island home. They're a little more primitive than you are used to, of course, but you will live if your people pay. Juba, you can take the note to the Roman authorities.
How much will we ask for this prize, Captain?
We will seek a modest reward then for rescuing this noble son of Rome. He may someday be a powerful figure, even a man of destiny, and that city bursts you with wealth and greed. Juba, request 20 euro efforts in returning unharmed this king from Rome. Those 20 talents we will fill our treasure chest with 1,000 pounds of silver.
This is outrageous. 20 talents is entirely too little to ask for a man of my prominence. My uncle married the consul and a general. My family is patricians by birth. We have been Roman nobility since the founding of the nation. I myself am descended from Venus, the special goddess of Rome. 20 talents are not enough. I'm going to ask you the meaning. It's so handsome for a man of my birth and breeding. Nothing less than 50 talents is necessary. The gods themselves will certainly testify to my importance. Keep silver and keep your camp close to rulers such as us.
This is one arrogant son of Rome. Juba, 50 talents it is. We must certainly get a worthy price for this spoiled patrician.
The message was conveyed to the Roman authorities in the city. It was not an unusual event. Many important citizens of Rome had been kidnapped by pirates before. Kidnapping for ransom was a very lucrative criminal business, while the ransom was being raised by his family and the Roman authorities. Julius Caesar was allowed a good deal of freedom on the pirate island. He spent his time with the pirates and seemed almost to be enjoying his adventure. The pirates spent much of their time practicing their fighting skills.
Decimus, you are never going to make it as a warrior if you don't protect your flank. Here, give me your sword. Watch. Felix, attack. Come at me with your sword. Slash to the right. Right to the left. Attack the body. What's wrong?
The captain will cut my head off if I attack you, or wound you badly enough to die. You're worth a lot of silver on the hoof.
I have nothing to worry about. You're not any better than Decimus. Now, just watch as I go through the Roman circle. Slash, flank, attack, whirl to your left, protect your flank, watch for an opening, strike for the legs, thrust the sword upward, move, parry the enemy sword. Now, let's practice.
What's the matter, Felix? You can't whip this spoiled young noble? He's good, but he hasn't been cut often enough. Why don't you give it a try yourself, Milo?
You both need the practice. Unsheathe your swords. Come at me 2 at a time. It's good practice for you. A noble Roman is a match for any 2 outlaws. You too, Decimus. A Roman expects to be outnumbered and victorious.
We should capture more prisoners like young Caesar. Most of our captives cry and rant or get sullen and depressed. They're so boring. I'm glad to get rid of them. Rome can have them back in good riddance. It's a relief to slice off the heads of those who have nobody wanting them back.
Milo says you have races. Who's your best runner? I intend to beat him. Or are you all afraid to run against this citizen of Rome?
No one here has ever beaten me. We go to the tree at the edge of the beach. Loser sharpens my weapons and cooks dinner tonight.
I hope you're a good cook. The food the last few days is fit for a pig.
On your mark, go.
Caesar won that race and spent the days of his captivity engaging in races, wrestling matches, lifting contests, sword fighting practices, and bragging, which the pirates did not take seriously.
You know, Marcus, you should remain a pirate. You aren't even a worse cook than you are a runner. It's a pity, of course. I'll miss all of you when I have to leave, but I will be back. It's a terrible.
What is the pity, young Caesar?
I'm gonna have to crucify you, of course. Piracy is punishable by death. The correct method of execution is crucifixion. It's a shame, really. I'm really gonna regret having to crucify you.
You have more nerve than any captive I've ever had. How do you propose to crucify me and my men? Are you going to do it yourself?
He probably intends to talk us into iron. Well, Julius, do you intend to hang each of us from the cross?
He probably intends to talk us to death. I, for one, do not expect to be hanged from some Roman cross. It will take more than this young boy to capture me. I will regret it. I admit that. You have been good company and certainly not boring. But you don't even know how to fight. You are unskilled with swords, even on board a ship where you should have an advantage. You don't run well, and you will be easily overwhelmed by Roman warriors. So I will regret having to kill you. Nevertheless, justice must be served. I will be lacking in judges to be merciful.
The Roman Navy has never laid a hand on me or my men. No Roman authority has control out here. Do you expect to raise your own army and defeat us?
They'll probably be all rich, young, spoiled Roman boys. I hope he brings them some more captives to ransom. Just be warned. You can run away now if you please, but I will find you and defeat you. As much as I will regret it, it is never proper to be too kind or too merciful. I would not want a reputation for being too soft. We're all quaking with fear, young Julius.
He's either soft in the head or the biggest braggart I've ever heard.
Now, Decimus, let me show you how to wrestle like a Roman. It'll keep us occupied. My ransom should arrive soon.
Julius Caesar was held captive by pirates for 42 days until his ransom arrived and he was freed. Caesar sailed to the closest Roman city where he recruited a small contingent of tough men, ex-soldiers, laborers, freed slaves, and adventurers. He offered them the ransom if they would capture the pirates. They succeeded in capturing most of the pirates, who were then shipped off to prison. Caesar ordered them to be crucified, the usual penalty for their crime.